Good day, Trinidad and Tobago. It is 1:43 on Thursday, November the 8th. You can tell by the name of the video, we're dealing with the issue of gates and access, and specifically the precedent set by the committee in Bayshore that decided to unilaterally put up gates on a public road. Since I put this issue in the public space based on a video that was shared among the community that was supposed to incite outrage into a person who broke the gate, an illegal gate on a public road, and he broke the gate. And the police don't know what to do about that because it's private property on a public space causing a problem for users of the roads. So the conversation got very heated, and people want to make it about everything else other than what it is. And that is this. There's a procedure and a system for everything. I'm watching and I'm seeing all of the people who are in that small minority that want that gate. A lot of people from Bayshore, Westmoreland and environs have been calling me all day because they're upset about that gate. And they feel like it was done to them and they were given no option. That this handful of people who live in the community took it upon themselves to say, well, that's it. We decide who uses this public road. And I had to ask somebody today, if the residents of Western Main Road close St. James today, they're tired of the traffic, and the people who live in Bayshore can't get home, what's the story? What would they do? What would they do? Hi, good day. This is the Diego Martin Regional Corporation.
Yes, it is.
This is Philip Alexander calling. I would like to speak to either the chairman or the CEO, please.
Sure, I'll transfer to the secretary.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on a second.
You all know the drill by now. We're going to talk through every system of government. Hi, this is Philip Alexander calling for the chairman.
She's in a meeting right now. She cannot come.
She's in a meeting. Could you tell her that it's a matter of urgent national interest that you are live on social media and I need to get some information about the gate in Bayshore? That's how you pay public servants, public salaries. So she did? Hung up the phone.
Good afternoon, Diego Martin Regional.
Yeah, we got disconnected from the chairman's secretary.
Alright, I'll transfer that before.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I see they take the call now. This is what you get for your taxpayers' dollars. This is why the people in Bayshore felt they could do what they want. We live in a lawless society. What a friend coined the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. So this young lady, I'm assuming, who answered the phone,
Diego Martin Regional today.
hi, good day. I'm trying to get on to the chairman or the CEO. This is Philip Alexander calling.
Hold, please.
Now, at some point, I'm calling the Commissioner of Police. Because it's a law-breaking matter. And I'm trying to understand what these regional corporations do in all of these meetings. None of these things that they seem to be doing seem to affect the public. They're never available to deal with the issues in the public's interest. So what are these meetings for? What's the ad for a chairman or a CEO? Are you available for meetings? I know you're all accustomed to these videos by now, and you're accustomed to seeing how public servants behave.
Hello?
Hello, good day. I'm trying to get on to either the chairman or the CEO.
Hello?
I'm trying to get on to either the chairman or the CEO. This is Philip Alexander calling.
Philip Alexander?
Yes.
Well, this is the CEO, secretary line here.
Can I get on to the CEO, please? I'm calling on a matter of urgent national importance.
Could I get from what ministry or organization?
Philip Edward Alexander from Trinidad and Tobago. What is your name? What is your name, please?
Mr. Alexander, I would need to find out a little more information.
Sure.
As
I as well. What is your name, please?
I'm Miss James.
Miss James? You and I are talking live on social media right now. I am calling as a concerned citizen to speak to the CEO. I am a Burgess of Diego Martin, and I'm entitled to make this call. Could you
I'm
please?
not saying no,
Good.
Mr. Alexander.
Miss James, could you tell the
but
CEO?
I am asking you for a brief information on it so I could find out if you'll be able to take the call right now. That's all I'm asking.
What needs to be on fire for her to take the call? What would get her on the call urgently? Miss James?
Hello?
Miss James?
You will have to call back, Mr. Alexander.
Is the CEO in office today? That is the second one, right? You will have to call back. She didn't say when. Hi, this is Philip Alexander calling. Is there anybody in the Diego Martin Regional Corporation who deals with the public?
That deals with the public.
The Burgesses of Diego Martin. I am calling with a complaint. I'm calling to get some information. So far, the chairman secretary and the CEO secretary have both hung up on me.
Alright, I'll let you speak to my co-worker, right?
Who's your co-worker and what do they do?
We work in the communications department, but what happened is I recently moved to the department, so I'm not exactly sure. She might be able to give you some better advice than I can.
All right, let's try. What's this person's name?
Her name is Trisha.
Trisha.
Trisha Harridan, yeah.
Trisha Harridan. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Trisha Harridan.
Hi, speaking.
This is Philip Alexander speaking.
Hi, Mr. Alexander.
You and I are live on social media right now. I am calling the Diego Martin Regional Corporation to get some information as to who gave permission to residents in Bayshore to erect gates blocking the public road.
That I will not know.
Who would know about that? That's in the public space. They said your job is communications. Is there public relations, somebody to answer these questions to the public?
Can you hold 1 minute? Let me find out who I should put you on to.
Thank you. Yes, of course.
Okay, you're welcome.
Trisha Harridan has so far, and the operator have been very helpful. Please share the video. These videos are the ones that need to go viral. Trinidad needs to understand that this, what passes for service in the public service, is unacceptable. Anywhere else in the world, the CEO and the chairman secretary both fired today. Anywhere else in the world, you can't hang up on a Burgess. Somebody calling to get information in your community that pays your salary. Because of them, you have a job. Marilyn Gani asked me to ask about Goodwood Park. Marilyn, the problem with Goodwood Park is not a thoroughfare. That's the problem. We lost the call. call again. Somebody in communications should head to the Diego Martin Regional Corporation. They're having a problem with their phones.
Diego Martin Regional, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Philip Alexander calling. I was speaking to Miss Harridan and she was transferring me to somebody, but it
Speaking to Miss who?
Harridan, Trisha Harridan.
Okay, right. And she transferred you to who?
She was trying to transfer me, but it got lost and the call dropped.
They know who she was going to put you on to?
No, I think you better send me back to Trisha.
Okay, please hold.
Sure. Patience to make Job weep. I'm gonna make a surprise call just now to somebody who you're gonna see how they just talk and how they behave when they think they're behind closed doors. The whole of Diego Martin Regional Corporation right now don't want to answer that phone. Diego Martin Regional Corporation.
Diego Martin Regional Corporation, good day.
Hi, good day. This is Philip Alexander calling.
Yes, Mr. Alexander, the phone cut off, but I'm trying to find out who I should put you on to.
Who's this, Trisha?
Yes, speaking.
Trisha,
But,
put me on to the chairman or the CEO. Tell them that I am going to come there with a camera if they don't take my call.
all right, I am transferring you to the chairman first. If you don't get through, I will transfer you to the CEO.
Thank you very much, Trisha.
Okay,
We
you're
appreciate
welcome.
your help.
You're welcome.
And that's how public service works. Good job, Trisha. 10 points out of 10.
Diego Martin Regional Corporation, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. To whom am I speaking, please?
Who would I like to speak to?
I've been transferred to either the CEO or the chairman. Who am I speaking with? Who answered this call?
The chairman is in a meeting right now. We cannot talk to you. You can leave your name and number and we'll get back to you.
Are you the chairman secretary?
No, I'm not.
Does the chairman have a secretary?
She's absent today.
Sorry? She's...
Will you leave your name and number?
Well, no, actually, I want to speak to the chairman. It's important.
She can't come to this phone right now.
Could you ask her, could you tell me how do I get her? I'm hearing people laughing in the background. How do we get to speak to either the chairman or the CEO? Because we have an issue of urgent national importance we would like to deal with.
Well, you can call the CEO office and you will talk to the secretary.
Give me the CEO's number. Give me the CEO's number, please. Hello?
Hold 1 minute, please.
Sure. Hold 1 minute and she hang up the phone. And she feel we can't tell who she is by now by that voice. The CEO, the chairman secretary answered the phone just now, but she absent today.
Hello, good day, Diego Martin Regional.
Hi, good day. Could you tell me the name of the chairman secretary, please?
The chairman secretary, Bola.
Bola?
Yeah.
Bola.
O-L-A.
B-O-L-A?
O-L-A.
Ola. Ola is her first name or her last name?
Her first name,
She have a last name?
I'm not sure.
Put me on to Ola then, huh, please.
Sure, hold on a second. I'll transfer the call first.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ola. I wonder if she relates to Tunji. Don't joke, Bella. Yes, I'm going to go in person. Of course I'm going to go in person. You all know that? Dave Lux, I said it before you. Ola ain't taking her call. Ola marks herself absent. This is the Diego Martin Regional Corporation. We're on this since 1:43. It is 1:58. The only person who has been helpful besides the operator who is answering the phone is Trisha Harridan. Yes, Felicia, it is painful. It is always painful. And tomorrow, I would like to mobilize as many people as possible to come with me to the Diego Martin Regional Corporation so that they can hang up the phone. Yeah? Can't get through to Ola. We will dial over. I guess, I mean, I don't know if they would take the phone off the hook. Krian, you can't close a public road.
Good day, Diego Martin Regional.
Hi, good day. This is Philip Alexander. Is this the number I have to dial to get onto the CEO, or is this a different number?
No, this is the same number you've been calling.
Okay, so you know I've been calling. Ola is the chairman's secretary?
Yes, she is.
Ola's extension is giving trouble. It keeps disconnecting the call. Could you put me onto the CEO secretary? I can't seem to get past
Sure,
Ola.
no problem.
Thank you.
Hold.
The CEO secretary is Miss James. Somebody in Diego Martin, please go and fix Ola's extension. See the game? They're not taking the call. They're not taking the call. This is Diego Martin Regional Corporation. I want you all to see this as many times as possible. I want you all to see as many times as possible what passes for public service in this country. I want you to see where your money goes. The small end of your money, the big end goes to the 1%. It cost overruns $2.4 billion in engineering mistakes in HDC alone. Somebody sent me a message this morning. All them 1% vex. They both said they have an Oreo. All of a sudden, poor people get a half a 1% and they vex. And it's true. We're having difficulty with the phones. Claire Bernard, don't be in shock. This is Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. Krian, they already said no permission was given. I want to hear it.
Diego Martin Regional Corporation, good day.
Hi, good day. This is Philip Alexander calling.
Yes, Mr. Alexander.
Is this Trisha?
Speaking.
Trisha, what do I have to do to get to speak to either the chairman or the CEO or somebody that could give us answers as to what is going on with those gates in Bayshore?
If you would like, I can take your number and I could probably send a message upstairs.
So they have no way to patch me through.
Well, normally on a Thursday, they have council meetings, so I don't know if they are still in a meeting.
Could you find out for me? Because council is open to the public.
I'm not too sure if the meeting today is open to the public, but I could find out.
Could you find out that for me? Because if it is, I'll come over. I'm not too far from the Diego Martin Regional Corporation. I'll come in person.
You want to call back in a few minutes?
I need to call you back to get this info. You can't put me on hold.
Well, I am downstairs, and I'm afraid if I put you on hold, the line might cut off.
Forward me to Ola just for kicks while you go to get that information.
Okay, I'll forward the call.
Thank you, Trisha.
You're welcome.
Miss James not taking calls. Let's see if Ola phone fix. Everybody send mad love for Trisha Harridan and the Diego Martin Regional Corporation. Eh? One bright spark in a den of iniquity. Ola, poor Ola. Her phone giving trouble. Ola and the Diego Martin Regional Corporation should write a report about the condition of her phone. Poor thing, she must be not even hearing it ring. Trinidad and Tobago. Do what you like, lad. Hi, good day. This is Philip Alexander calling. Is this Ola?
No, it isn't. The call came back. I'm not sure. Oh, could I give you the CEO's direct line so you could probably try that?
Yes,
number?
please. Give me the CEO's direct.
The number is
633.
633-1533.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye. And look at that. You dig enough, you might hit oil. 633-1533. See, we got the CEO directly. You think I should just go there? I go there live, you know.
Diego Martin Regional Sales Office today.
Hi, good day. This is Philip Alexander calling for the CEO.
Yes, Mr. Alexander. The CEO just went into a meeting.
Is this Miss James?
Would you like to leave your name and number for her to give you back a call?
I would like to speak to the CEO. I have been playing phone tag with the Diego Martin Regional Corporation and you are aware of that, and I'm trying to get on to the CEO.
Well, I just explained to you, Mr. Alexander, that she's in a meeting.
Does she know that I'm trying to get on to her? Did you tell her? Did you tell her that I've called about 15 times trying to get on to her?
Well, it is the CEO office, so I don't know how much times you called before.
Well, the operator could tell you, and some of the other people in the building could say that we've been trying diligently to get on to the CEO.
Well, Mr. Alexander, I think if you wanted to talk to the CEO, you probably would not have gone on Facebook Live.
This is exactly how I'm going to do it, ma'am. When you see me in person, I will have a camera in my hand. Trinidad needs to see what passes for public service in this country, you know. Withholding name, hanging up phone, all that kind of bacchanal can't continue for much longer. I want to wake Trinidad up so when we come around and fire people, nobody taking no crocodile tears on.
Mr. Alexander, would you like to leave your name and number so that...
Who am I giving my name and number to? What is your name? How do I know I'm not speaking to the janitor? What is your name?
I don't think my name is important.
Your name is very important to this call because you are asking me. How do I know I'm giving it to the...
Give me your number.
How do I know I'm giving it to the right person to get it to the CEO? I can be wasting my time. Who am I speaking with? What is...
In a meeting.
What is your role in the Diego Martin? What is your role in the Diego Martin Regional Corporation? See that? So that is for all of you to see what passes for representation. It's not done, you know, it's not done. What passes for representation in Trinidad and Tobago? Public funds pays these salaries. When you need to access these people who are paid with public funds, this is what you get. This is what you get. I'm going to call Alderman for Diego Martin Regional Corporation, Paul Nahus. Let me see if Paul Nahus could help me. This is a PNM appointed Alderman, Paul Nahus. Like the kiss making company issue, like the ambulance service, this gate issue going to be something we deal with until it is resolved. Like the Maracas beach chair issue that we got resolved. See? Nobody wants to take this call.
Welcome to D-Mobile.
Nobody wants to answer for this. This is our reality in Trinidad and Tobago. This is what you vote for when you take chain up from these political parties who handing you chump change and pennies for your vote and taking your children's inheritance and giving it to the 1% to stunt and tell you where you're not allowed to pass. This operator in the Diego Martin Regional Corporation, she know that the CEO in no meeting, you know, but the CEO afraid to take that call because none of them could answer for their inaction. None of them in the Diego Martin Regional Corporation could answer to this day how Daybreak Cafe is allowed to continue built out into Pitty Valley Lane Road. It built out beyond the pavement, beyond the drain, into the street. Daybreak Cafe. I have been asking for years, how does this continue? Who is taking a bribe? Because this is the function and purpose of the regional corporation. The Diego Martin Regional Corporation is failing the people of Diego Martin and environs. And we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to see it for what it is. It is why the Progressive Empowerment Party tells you we must abolish the whole regional corporation system. It is a waste of time. If what we had was a supervisor of public works today, a supervisor of public utilities, a supervisor of security, today, all three of them would be dealing with Bayshore. Because if you don't have right, you're wrong. Ada Aboud Polonais, her husband, slimy little Lee Polonais, jumped up little white boy. That's all he have going for him in Trinidad and Tobago, a white boy smile. And he think that that will get him far with this nigger. But he wrong. He don't have the length, time, or inclination for me. And as much as they think that they could deflect and misdirect and bad talk and personal attack, I ready for them. And we will deal with it at election time. Trinidad need to see the unseen hands behind the PNM and the UNC. People like this, you can't get Rowley in your house, but Ada Aboud Polonais could get him in hers. And this is our truth. And this is our reality. And we have to address this. Lee, you think I know? All of the regional corporations. So understand this. We have a regional health authority system that doesn't line up with the police precinct system, that itself doesn't line up with the regional corporation system, that doesn't line up with the 41 constituencies. So there's nothing like a chain of command. There's nothing like a reporting structure. There's nothing like put things in effect and it will work its way through the system to the benefit of the people. It is designed deliberately to fail, so that those who want to benefit financially from public funds could do so with impunity. And the CEO and the chairman, two positions in one corporation that serves nobody. That serves nobody. The mission in Trinidad and Tobago to every single citizen in this country is to rescue Trinidad and Tobago from this madness, from this insanity that has driven this blessed country into the ground. We are failing. People are dying. Blood is flowing. Money wasting. People balling. Nothing fixing. This country cannot continue like this. We cannot. I'll make a call now. Let's see if you take the call. Let me see if you take the call. Think the phone will answer? Member of Parliament for Diego Martin West, I'm calling. This is the Member of Parliament.
Your call has been forwarded
For Diego Martin West. His job is to address that. Believe it or not. The CEO, the chairman, and that MP. All of them. Now you ask me today, how do we continue forward in a nation this badly broken? Where people could do what they like in any situation, in any circumstance. Where the public has started to accept that nothing works and it can't fix, that we are beyond salvation. People live in this country believing that nothing could fix. How do we go forward from there? How do we go forward in that gear? How do we? My heart breaks for people who, having fed the wolf, when it finds its way to their door, the shock and the surprise. Imagine this country. Listen to this message I get. You think it's just Bayshore? Listen to this message I get today. Mr. Alexander, good day, Mr. Alexander. I am a resident of Barrackpore area. I am humbly seeking your advice or whatever assistance you can give to me. I am reaching out to you on behalf of an entire village in this area. This area is Oropouche South Trace Barrackpore, commonly known as number 4, because of it being the number 4 scale yard at the junction with Trace during the time of Caroni Limited. After Caroni Limited was closed, the scale yard was left vacant with no occupation. The piece of land was used by us, the residents, for religious and other cultural and events of national interest. We never built or fenced the area because of the fact that the village is made up of different religions and because of any event which can be held on that venue. We even left the scale house on it so it can be a historic landmark. However, our plight is a couple of years ago, a businessman bought a piece of land inside Oropouche South Trace and built a hardware store. He started stockpiling his aggregate on the scale yard. And when we engaged him with our concerns, he told us to do whatever we wished to. We went about it the legal way, engaging the authorities, where it reached and engaged the attention of the Commissioner of State Land, who is in charge of all lands belonging to the state. However, petitions were signed and delivered to the Commissioner. Investigations commenced and notices served, etc. This businessman has bought another piece of land next to the scale yard and built another store next to it and refused to adhere to the notices served. My plight is, I contacted the official today for an update as to where we are with this action. And he told me something disturbing. He said that he was told by his seniors at State Lands why he's so persistent with this case. So he told me to try and seek help in this matter, namely like engaging the media and other support groups, since his seniors are telling him technically to back off. Mr. Alexander, in the event you can assist, I have all documents with regards to the situation and further information that may be required. Now I share that to you that I just got in contrast and comparison to what is taking place in Bayshore. We cannot live in this country segregated and separated to the point where we are telling people where they can't walk and cannot walk. That is how Beetham and Laventille end up where they end up, gang culture. It is only a matter of time before this inconvenience, disrespect, results in violence. We have to understand as a people what makes sense and what doesn't. Closing a public road may feel like bling. It may feel like you see, I think Bayshore trying to be Goodwood Park light, because Goodwood Park was allowed to close their roads and Fairways was allowed to close their roads. The 1% is going to live in certain communities and closing the roads from everybody else. A progressive empowerment party government will break down all gates. But I promise you, you'll have no use for gates. You see, the traffic that passes through Fairways on a morning is because Maraval doesn't want to accept that all it needs to do is run west to east from Bossier, through Ellerslie, through Federation, up along Circular Road, right back around as a big roundabout. That's all it needs to do. You will never see traffic again. 2 lanes going in and out. But like the Jack Warner traffic plan that worked too well for St. James and Woodbrook, the business owners in St. James made noise that traffic moving too fast. Nobody stopping to buy nothing. You see, from the moment that traffic started to zip by, all those businesses that have set up to further worsen the traffic they will close down. They will lose. The Ellerslie Plaza does not want people being able to zip by. But if you had 2 lanes passing Mr. Burger and the gas station and the entrance to Ellerslie Plaza and Scotiabank, anytime a car stopped, you would just overtake and go your way. That cannot happen now. And if you were coming from the Savannah to go Maraval, you would go through Ellerslie and come around up along Circular and into Maraval, no traffic. What happens now is a traffic nightmare. And it could solve. Fairways don't need to be closed. Bayshore does not need to be closed. I sent to the Commissioner of Police and he agreed that it is a workable solution. So this is where the conversation was supposed to go. I sent this to everybody. Bayshore residents want relief from the traffic caused by fetes and other events in Chaguaramas, as they should. But so should also the residents of Westmoreland, Goodwood Park, Glencoe, Shorelands, and all of Caranage. The solution is not more gates, but more law and order, paid for by the promoters of these events in Chaguaramas that cause the traffic that cause the problem. The Commissioner of Police should mandate that all events in the peninsula must come with traffic police to keep order all the way to the Westmoreland traffic light. Police officers who can then detour cars away when the roads are already full. This will negate the need for Bayshore and Shorelands residents to put up illegal gates that can create their own problems in times of emergency when thoroughfare through alternative routes are needed. The people should be given a guarantee from the TTPS that any event causing gridlock in private communities will be immediately shut down so as to put the responsibility for cleaning up this mess where it belongs on the promoters. Commander Garvin Heer of the National Operations Center created a traffic plan when Gary Griffith was Minister of National Security that kept traffic flowing regardless of event. But that comes at a cost that should not be borne by the state or the taxpayers, but by those whose events cause the problems. Budget an extra $50,000 for your carnival fete for traffic management manpower. Police should be stationed to close Bayshore's Goodwood Park exit during times of public events, leaving all entry and exit into and out of Bayshore and Westmoreland through the roundabout and Westmoreland traffic lights only, except in case of emergency, cancelling it as a shortcut and immediately ending the traffic. Those traffic restrictions should be published in all media, including social media, days before any event in Chaguaramas, also at the expense of the promoters. That is a solution that will work for everybody. But imagine if the people in Caranage close Western Main Road. They don't want nobody passing through their community to go DDI. They don't want nobody passing through their community to go Chaguaramas. So who put up the last gate win? Because you could claim everything in Chaguaramas if you put up the last gate and everything behind this gate is ours. Think of the madness where it is going to go. The Parliament and the regional corporation cannot put God out of their thoughts and create an easement for people to close what is an essential public road in cases of emergency. We cannot continue to tolerate and accept this in any form or fashion, and we will be pursuing this with fervor and vigor until those gates are removed. I am saying to Trinidad and Tobago again, this is where your politics has run aground, where the 1% that owns the PNM and the UNC are using them against everybody else. It is time to change that. It is time the 99% took their power back. It is time the 99% took their country back. It is time the 99% took their government back. It is time the 99% said to all of those with influential intention that it is now time for every creed and race to find an equal place, even driving through Bayshore. Trinidad and Tobago, this not done, it not over. We will follow up, especially with Ola, and I will keep you informed as to where we're going. Like the Maracas Beach issue, like the ambulance issue, like the Kiss Bacon issue, this is just another one added to the list. We will continue to deal and represent the people of Trinidad and Tobago so that all people get a voice. All people get a voice. Until then, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.